My thoughts on medication. I have grappled with it myself in the sense of there's been many times that I've felt people were traumatized and got stigmatized instead with labels. But at the same time, I also know that medication can be so literally life-saving. I mean, when my son was born, he was critically ill, and it was literally hours that we had to save his life, and medication saved his life. I've seen people make drastic recoveries on antidepressants, on medication that's made to help them. And so I felt like I needed to share a little bit about destigmatizing some of the medication or the fact that you need medication. For me, in general, not all like androgynous depression you've had since childhood, you know, there's certain aspects that you might need it for much longer term or for a lifetime. But overall, generally, I find, for example, your antidepressants, it's like a bandage. If you fell and you hurt yourself and you need a plaster or you need a bandage, you're not cross that you need a plaster or a bandage. You're bleeding and it's hurting and you need some protection. And the plaster or the bandage doesn't heal you. It doesn't make the little cells that fix things. It doesn't have those white cells that doesn't, coagulate the blood or anything like that. What it does is it stops new germs from coming in. It stops new knocks from hitting it open again. It maybe puts a little bit of pressure on to help the healing process. And so for me, an antidepressant and a lot of the medication is like that bandage. It's something we use. It's like a buffer from the negativity, from the intensity, from the stressors that we're struggling to cope with. So if you're meditating and you're journaling and you're walking and you're breathing and you're doing all these things, but you're still feeling like you're on edge all the time, you're waking up stressed, you're struggling to sleep, you're not eating at all, you're eating uncontrollably, it's okay to need a bandage. And to realize that this bandage you can take forever because, if you think the bandage is going to fix you, you're going to need it to keep the wound covered all the time. But sometimes we need that bandage and then we do the healing from the inside. We work on ourselves with that buffer that protects us from the knocks, from the heaviness, so that we can heal and feel more stronger within ourselves. So don't be too hasty to rip off the band-aid, to rip off the plaster. You're not bad for needing it. And it can really make a difference in your life if you do. I'm not a psychiatrist. I do not, and I cannot prescribe medication. But I felt that I needed to share for those of you that are wondering, I'm really struggling, but I don't want to be on medication. I've heard these things, or I'm worried about, does it make me pathetic that I can't just fix it? It's in my head. Why can't I think it better? No. If there's help, you can get help. And if that help isn't working, find new help. But make sure that you don't feel you need to do this on your own. You're meant for villages and tribes and support. Healers have been around for all ages. Needing help is not a sign of weakness. It takes courage to ask for help. Thinking of you and rooting for you. Have a beautiful day.